Let's do it.
Okay. Well, hello. Welcome to AgriLife Extension Step Up, Scale Down, Week 5. And this is all about overcoming barriers. I know some of us have had some serious barriers to deal with, and that's what we're going to try to deal with this week. My name is Karen Lissy, and I'm wearing my AgriLife shirt. And now I'm going to say, okay, I'm hot because the projector is putting off hot air. So now you get to see the shirt I really wanted to wear. So we're doing good. Okay, so before we start, I want to remind everybody that you are supposed to be, keeping track of your weight, because normally in an in-person class, we have you weigh in and we have you write it down, or we have you log it somewhere. We're not pushing to know the numbers because, it's not that big a deal for us. It's just so you keep track of it, so you just have it a little bit more on your mind. And then also, I noticed some of my participants who've gotten their scale and their high blood pressure cuff have not yet sent me their numbers, the pictures of the numbers on their blood pressure cuff and the picture of the numbers on the scale, because I need to enter that into the computer, as does Boogie, as does Lynn. And when you do your blood pressure, please tell us if you took it on your wrist or if you took it on your upper arm. It doesn't matter which arm you do, but make sure that you send that in to us. Just as a take a picture and send it in. I've seen some really pretty pedicured toes. It's really cute. Like so. Let's see. Is there anything else, ladies, I need to make sure I tell them about? Nope. We have started the recording. Those of you who are worried that we'll forget again, I don't think we will. Okay. What was last week's challenge? Do you remember what we talked about last week? Okay, planning, yep, and making a menu or planning is the same thing. How'd that work for you guys? Yeah, you planned it in your head. Yeah, and it's kind of like I was a teacher for a while, and the plans, seem to always get messed up. I do know people that it helps them save money at the grocery store when they go with a plan. They know what they're going to buy. They know what they're going to eat. Did it work well for any of y'all? Do you want to talk about it? Supposed to count to 10 after I ask a question. I'm not looking at the chat box, ladies. So, Lynn or Boogie, if y'all see anything there.
I'll watch it.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
and I'll tell you too, for me, it works best if I do plan it out. The whole week is challenging for me. But if I plan it out the night before, like I can say, okay, this is what I have in my refrigerator. This is what I'm going to do tomorrow. So I know what I'm going to do for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then prepping my food always helps.
Well, cool.
And my ladies that live in Ontario or Woods or Goliad counties, they had already been doing that because the lack of fresh vegetables and fruit and stuff like that. They have to go out of town to get better produce, so they've already been doing it for that reason.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. And Kim was saying that it does get her through the grocery store faster. And so we saw some recipes that we were sending through today. We talked about what was some kind of quesadilla that our recipe was. I don't remember which one. Black bean quesadilla, and then, excuse me, and then there was slow cooker lasagna, and then and slow cooker pulled pork. And so those are just recipes that if you plan for them, then you put them in the morning, and then when you get home, like especially after the class today, if you're not already at home, then you'd have your food ready. If you're already at home, maybe you've already eaten your supper. That's great too. Okay, so today we're going to talk more about physical activity and also barriers to doing physical activity or meeting your nutrition goals. And so do you all have your 5-1? Your lesson 5-1, it's a listing of some barriers. So that's the first thing we're going to do today is write down some barriers. Let me see if I can share this and so y'all can see what it looks like. That's 5-4, 5-1. Okay. So is it sharing the whole page?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay. And so, when I practiced this, it was showing me exactly where to type so that I could get some words typed in, but it doesn't want to do that now. Whoops. Can you still see it? Because I lost it.
Yes, we can see it.
Well, at least y'all know what it's supposed to look like. Okay, and I was going to type in some barriers, but that's not going to happen with mine the way I shared it. I'm trying to figure out, oh, I don't need this. Okay, sorry. I knew technology would be a bit of an issue for me today. Okay, now I can see it. Okay, but I still can't type in there. Let's see if it'll let me. Nope, it won't. Okay. Maybe tools. Nope. Edit. Nope. Text and images.
Yes.
Okay. Text box. Oh, add text. Okay. There it is. Okay, but now it looks like a mess. How do I get rid of that? There it is. Okay. Okay, let's try it there. Okay, so what's a barrier that you might have? What's too tired? Okay.
Just being
Yep,
tired.
that works
Yeah.
for me. Yep. I-R-E-D. Okay. It did not type it for me. I-R-E-D. Still not.
Oh, you're using white. Change the text of the color.
Mm-hmm.
The color of the text. That's what I meant to say. Because you're typing it, it's just in white.
Okay. So
So
ladies,
it's okay. Highlight where your cursor is. Highlight that word.
okay.
There you go. And then that box that's white, change it to black.
Oh, this
Yep.
one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Tired. Okay.
And
Too
you have
tired.
a couple things in the chat. You have too hot outside, time.
Oh, yes. Hot is always something for me. Hot.
Motivation or desire.
What was not enough time?
Mm-hmm.
No desire? Is that what I hear? Okay.
Motivation / desire, yeah.
Oh, too much to do. Too much to do at home. That's true. That'll do it. Oops, let me get rid of that. Like, I got better things to do. Oh, this is all at home. Okay. Okay, at work. Okay, let's see if there's another section. With friends. Okay. So let's see. At work, we're saying, well, we can just put like children's activities. We got all kinds of problems, huh? All kinds of issues. Children's activities. Okay, and then down here with friends, we say, why don't we exercise with friends? They don't want to, okay? They don't want to. Okay.
Different levels of activity.
Oh yeah, with friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're stronger than me. Yeah, that's always something. Different abilities. Is that what you're
There
meaning?
you go. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay, so we got quite a few issues. Let's see if we can figure out some solutions. Okay, who could help? So why do you think we're tired? Do you think it's that we're not getting enough sleep? That might be it. Okay. So sleep more. Okay.
Maybe not eating the right foods to give us energy.
Okay. Let me pull this a little bit bigger. Okay. So who can help with it being too hot? Okay. Or what? Some people live in a city where there's a mall too. Okay. But all of us live in some kind of home, I think. So you're right. Put in a walking tape. Okay. No desire or motivation. That's the hardest one. What do y'all think? Do it.
Partners.
Go ahead and say it, Boogie, or whoever's talking.
Partners.
Partners. Oh.
Somebody to walk with, or your kids, your husband, neighbor.
Okay. Good. So how do we overcome the, I mean, actually, we could have done this a little bit later on. We can come back to some more solutions here. But think about some more barriers we might have and some more solutions. Okay. Okay. How much exercise we're going to quit sharing this one. Okay. How much exercise does the average person need? Okay, so we've got 3 times a week, 30 minutes. We've got 5 times a week, 30 minutes. We've got 4 times a week, 30 minutes. 150 minutes a week. Okay. Yep, that's pretty much what we teach. Okay, now you're right, Patricia. If it's 75 minutes a week, what's the difference? Because I can tell you 75 could be right too. So what's the difference there though?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, if you have vigorous activity, then it can be just 75 minutes a week. But if you have moderate activity, then it can be, they're asking for 150 minutes a week, and they're suggesting 30 minutes a day for 5 days out of the week, along with some strength training exercises also. Okay, so y'all have your 5-2, and Susan, there's papers back there. Do you have, can y'all see me?
Yes.
Okay, because it's telling me I have bad network quality.
Yeah, you're okay with us. I saw that pop up behind you though.
Okay. What was I gonna say? So look at your 5-2 and your 5-3. So 5-2 is the lady standing there saying moderate versus vigorous. Do y'all all have your handouts with you, or do I need to pull it up so y'all can see them?
I have it.
Anybody need me to pull it up?
Do you have it handy, Karen?
I have it on my screen. Yep.
Yeah,
We
that'd
all
be
know
awesome.
how good I am with this technology.
You are rocking it.
Okay, so I'll share this puppy right here. Now, can you see it all? Or can you only see a little portion?
We can only see through the shins.
Okay, now you see it all?
Yes.
Let me try and add a little bit more so you can see a little bit better. Okay. Okay, so what's the difference? It gives you all these ideas. It says, okay, at maximum heart rate, they're talking about a talk test. Okay, you don't have to use it. Well, you don't have to use a heart rate monitor. Okay, but the first section, I'll talk a little bit about some heart rate monitor in a little bit. But you can use the talk test, and it says right there, you can talk, but you can't sing. That's moderate. With vigorous, some of my ladies say they can't sing no matter what. So it's like, so yeah, I'm sure everybody can sing. It's just not, there's this joke that says, if you were given a good singing voice, sing it to praise and be happy. And they said if they gave you a bad singing voice, then use it to get even, so, that's an option. But you can, if it's vigorous exercise, you can say a few words, but you can't hold a conversation. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, if you're doing moderate exercise, you'd rate it about a 5. Okay. Moderate, middle. Yes, of course, 5. On a scale of 0 to 10, vigorous exercise, it would be at a 6 or higher. Okay. Your heart rate at moderate is 50 to 60% of your maximum heart rate. Well, what's my maximum heart rate, you're asking? That's what I would ask. Okay, so you take a good way to guess it or get close to it is you subtract your age from 220. So if you're 50, like I'm a little bit older than 50, but you take 220, subtract out 50, that's 170. So then 50% to 50% of 170 is 85, right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. And so 60 would take you more like to, 60% would take you like to maybe 90, 95. I was telling Lynn, my heart rate runs pretty high automatically. So I'm moderate, just walking around, I get that. But key, make sure you listen. Remember, this is a standard equation of maximum heart rate. If you have a health concerns, or if you're on high blood pressure medicine, you should talk with your doctor to determine what your target heart rate should be. I'm on high blood pressure medicine, so I should talk to my doctor. Okay. And then vigorous exercises says your heart rate is 70 to 80%. My math is not working so well right now, so I couldn't really guess on that, but I'm going to guess about 100, 110 at that point. So at the bottom, it also says aim for 1 hour and 15 minutes of vigorous activity or 2.5 hours of moderate activity each week. Okay. And some more hints. They say try to do it in at least 10-minute segments. You don't have to do it in all 30-minute segments, but 10-minute segments would work. Spreading aerobic activity out over at least 3 days out of the week is best. And then adults should also do strength training exercises. If you don't have weights like this nice little lady on the picture, you could be doing push-ups or sit-ups or lifting weights, okay, or lifting cans or lifting jugs of water. There are benefits to these activities such as moderate aerobic exercise, vigorous exercise, and strengthening activities, and we're going to talk about the benefits. So then we're going to look at 5.3, which is the benefit. So while I'm pulling it up, y'all can look at it. So if somebody were to be selling a product, or even just saying, we have this great product that will give you all of these benefits, do you think people would buy it? I think so too. And notice they say, but it's better yet, you can get them for free. You think people would go, yay, hooray? Yeah, but do we all do our exercises? No. I don't know what PM, who you are, but what do you have to say?
As far as exercise, yes, I have started the last month, and I've started trying to walk every day, and then last week I've started to do a 30-minute like cardio video.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. And are you noticing any of these benefits?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Are you sleeping better?
I am sleeping better, except when I decide to work out at 10 o'clock at night. Then it takes me a little while to come back down.
Yeah, that's it. It always takes me like an hour to wind down. So yeah, exercising at 10 o'clock at night, that means I wouldn't be asleep till 11:30 at the earliest. And yeah, I would not sleep well. What about less anxiety? That's something that it could happen. And blood pressure. And they're saying these are immediately this would work. And then over the long term, it helps your brain. It can reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease, even your heart health. It lowers the risk of heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. It's like, and it's free. All you have to do is do it for 30 minutes. Cancer prevention. Look at all 8 of them. Bladder, breast, colon, endometrium, esophagus, kidney, lung, and stomach. It helps with all of those. Healthy weight. Okay, that's what I'm always trying to get to. Bone strength and balance and coordination. So it reduces the risk of falls, so then you don't fall and break something. So these are options that we're talking about. Okay. Nobody? Okay. Okay, I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I didn't.
Well, did you have a question, Karen?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Did you have a question?
I said, who knew all those things?
Oh.
I didn't know all of them. I knew some of them. I knew that it was supposed to help you sleep better, but I haven't noticed that happening with me.
Keep going, you'll get there.
Okay. Yeah, people talk about getting that exercise high. I don't get that yet. So it also increases energy, and that I can tell you at one point I was pretty regular with exercising, and I did start feeling better. And my doctor, while I was still teaching, and my doctor was a parent of one of the kids, and he said, "How you doing?" I said, "I'm doing well." And you know that thing you told me about exercise? It actually works. Makes me upset because it's just the way I was. But some people really love exercising, and it really does makes them really happy. I'm thinking, is it Patricia?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think Patricia might be one of those people.
No, I hate every minute of it.
Oh, yeah, I sent out a meme this morning, which implied some stuff. Some individuals might be a little frustrated though when they're exercising because the scale is showing that the numbers are going up. But it is true, ladies, when you, and I don't think we have any gentlemen on. If there are, I'm sorry if I offended you. You do build more muscle. Muscle weighs more than fat because it's denser. And so you might gain weight, but it's more important to watch how you're losing and that you're, you can use I did not use a tape measure on myself when I started this program. I don't know if any of you did, but that is another option. You can see that if you are working out, you may see that the numbers on there are going down lower or your clothes are fitting better. Because if you didn't use it, that's fine. You might feel that your clothes are fitting a little looser, or they don't hurt so around your waist. Okay. Now that we've talked about the benefits, so go back to the barriers. Okay. We discussed earlier. Let's discuss each barrier and possible solution. Well, we already came up with some of those solutions, didn't we? Be sure to write down possible solutions on your handouts because all of us have these barriers. So this is really an activity that we should be working, using your pens and pencils. Do y'all all have something to write with in here? Do you need something? I've got pencils. Sorry. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so we're going to give some examples. You don't have enough time for exercise. What's one way to get more time for exercise, or make sure you exercise because you don't have enough time?
Schedule it.
Schedule it, or as Bea said, most people can find 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Anybody have any other suggestions of what might be a solution?
We had one that would wake up earlier.
Oh. What were you saying, Patricia?
You could take the stairs. I don't, but you could.
You're right. Adding those little activities where you park further away when you're at the grocery store, you walk all the whole distance, to the store instead of driving around. You see those people who, and I can't say that I've never done this, especially if it's raining. You drive and go, oh, that's a better parking space. Woohoo! I got the front row. That kind of thing. Okay. Add physical activity to your daily routine. Well, how can you do that? Maybe if you have kids, you could play with your kids, play basketball with your kids or something like that. Okay. So how many of y'all have an involved family that helps you exercise? Yeah, me either. If you want to raise your hand and be just saying, raise your hand, up at the very top, there's that guy holding the hand, but I don't see any hands raised. So
it sounds like we are going to be the people who get to encourage each other. We'll just get together and do it.
Yep. It says you could be the person who starts a family tradition of this is what we do on the weekend after we eat dinner. We go do this and we go do that, or after we eat breakfast even, because honestly, in South Texas, if I'm going to exercise it's going to be in the morning when it's cool, because even in the evening, it's usually pretty hot for me. Okay. Schedule exercise for the time of the day when you feel energetic. Okay. Because if you feel less energetic, it's really hard to get up and get moving. And as Lynn told me, give it a chance, Karen. You'll get there. Invite a friend or a family member. If you join a class, like Step Up, Scale Down with a friend or family member, you kind of keep each other coming and going. Right now, all my ones who joined with a friend, they're here, but their friend isn't. So I'm going, I'm hoping everybody's okay. I know we're having some issues here in Calhoun County with some I don't know if it's the onion issue or if it's just, a virus that's going around. Okay. And then joining an exercise class or a group, that keeps people motivated too. Y'all agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. I think I'm talking too much for some other people. Okay. Let's see if I moved another one. Okay. So we're going to come up with some ideas. I'm not going to give them to you. I have a whole list, but I'd like y'all to, give me one. Go ahead and type it in. Y'all can yell it out if you're here. Some ideas of ways to increase your activity. Patricia already said that you can take the stairs. Okay, that's one. I already said you can park further at the grocery store. All of us have a grocery store to go to. We don't all have a mall to walk in.
You can walk your dog.
You can walk your dog. Yeah, your dog will love it, won't they? Walk after the step up, scale down class. That's what Miss B and Miss Susan make me do every time. They're the ones who keep me motivated. I need to have them come every day, or at least 5 days a week for 30 minutes.
Put your dishes away from the sink, so you have to take more steps to get dishes and to put them away.
Oh, well, that's a good idea. Okay. I'm looking to see if we're missing any.
I remember there was someone that told us with an extension to move our printer like to another office, so you had to get up and go walk to the printer every time you needed it.
Well, that would work too.
But another one is to make it part of your break, like to just make sure you walk at your lunch or at your break.
Right. That's one of the things on here. It talks about, just making sure you, even if you only have the 5 minutes, if you thought, it's like, oh, well, it's not 10 minutes, so it doesn't count. It's like, no, that's not true. Everything counts. It's just, they try to encourage you to make it into 10 so you can get your heart rate up and you can get it down. But all movement is helpful. I saw that something had come up on the Boogie. You got that one? Or I saw in chat there was something that came up. Can y'all read it to me?
Yes. So someone added when they have errands downtown, they walk around the square after.
Oh, that's really good. Okay. What about, so back in the olden days, or now I watch free TV, so I have commercials. And so maybe we could exercise during the commercials, because I still have to deal with commercials. I know a lot of people, they don't have commercials anymore. So guess what? You do have this pause button, and you can press the pause button, and then you can walk around, for 10 minutes and then sit back down, that kind of thing. My husband, I'm always having to tell him, you have a pause button, just go ahead and use it. And you can, I wear a pedometer all the time. Do most of us use a Fitbit or a pedometer of any type? I mean, sometimes you can set that little goal for yourself going, okay, well, I didn't make those 10,000 steps, but I made 5,000. I wonder if tomorrow I can make 6,000. I love Boogie's. Yeah, when I was a teacher, I did too. When Boogie said, exercise instead of getting a snack. That's an excellent idea. Boogie, do you find that you get as satisfied with it?
Well, if it's during a commercial, I'm going to sit back down anyway. So I'm sure the snack wasn't good for me to begin with, and I'm probably getting it because I'm bored.
Yep.
So this exercise instead of getting that whole bag of chips.
Okay. There was somebody else who posted something else in the chat. I couldn't read it.
It said ride an exercise bike during TV.
I moved my exercise bike downstairs 5 years ago. Yep. Did that work for you, whoever suggested that?
Yes.
That's
It's Patricia
awesome.
again, or is it Anna?
No, I was going to say, I stretch a lot of times when I'm watching TV. I'll just get on the floor and stretch.
Well, that's a great idea, Anna. Or is it Anna?
And actually, it's Lisa. I had trouble logging on. I got all sorts of names.
Okay. Okay. During the first and second week, anybody else have any other ideas before I move on? Nope. Good.
I would just add also to whenever I take a phone call and I'm always talking to Patricia, who's on this, I'll get up and start walking around while we're talking.
Yep. That's a good idea too. I used to do that a lot. I don't get very many phone calls anymore though, so it's like, but okay, but that works. During your first and second week, we talked a lot about logging your food. Logging your exercise is also beneficial. I know I wiggle back and forth. I'm sorry if that makes y'all nauseous. Studies have shown that tracking your physical activity will help you track progress towards reaching or surpassing a physical goal, can motivate you and help you focus on your goal. It helps you be accountable for the frequency and intensity of workouts. It helps you commit to the plan, and it allows you to see if any of the changes needed to be made. Okay, so guess where we're at now? We have one more handout. So take your handout 5-4. Okay. Okay. And it's just a quick log for you to use this week. You can find one of the logs on your handheld computer, otherwise known as a phone, and you can do, if you like using an app, but what we discussed is a lot of y'all like to even log your food on paper, so some of you might want to use the paper to log your exercise. And it's similar to logging food, there are many options, so you can just look for it. Okay, so this week's challenge, guess what this week's challenge is? Anybody want to guess before I say it? Anybody here? Exercise. Actually, it's not even that hard. This is find a way for you that you're comfortable logging your activity is really the goal. Okay, and then set an activity goal and try to meet that activity goal. So yes, exercise is the main, what we hope you achieve, but the more important idea is for you to figure out a way that you can keep yourself moving in some way. Okay, not hard, right? Review your barrier list and try to overcome any barriers you have. Okay, does anybody have some barriers that we didn't get down that they want to talk about, that they might want to come up with some solutions with these ladies online with us? Like some people say they have a lot of little kids running around, and it's like, well, if you chase them, odds are you're getting the activity you need. I was trying to come up with something that wouldn't happen. Sometimes it's like you have to go visit somebody who is possibly more of a shut-in, and they want you to sit there and talk with them. Well, that's not a lot of movement, but maybe you can get up and do stuff for them. No other things in the chat box we need to look at? Okay, is there anything else y'all have any questions about? Do you have any questions about the portal? Do you have any questions about anything? I'm gonna stop the recording because I know some people are afraid to talk when the recording is on. So I'm gonna stop that.